Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. I am very excited for this one. We're going to take a look at the website that I've been working very hard on for you guys. I'm super excited to share it with you, but before we do, we'll take a brief look at BTC and the current price action. So here we've been in this range. I personally want to still see price take out this high. We didn't get as high as I would have liked to. Let's see here. Just gotta find this. So I was hoping to get like some kind of a move up here. I'll show you guys this bar pattern I have here. Go to a 4-hour time frame. I was really hoping to do something like this, right? So kind of come down here, test this again, sort of trade this ascending triangle formation, kind of get people really bullish on this, get a lot of trapped longs up here, right? And then look for some degree of a larger short that we could then, trade back down. In my opinion, I mean, and a lot of people can look at this differently, but for me, this is the channel that we're in. This was a deviation. This is the range low. And if we were to lose that again this time, I would expect some degree of a larger retracement. Okay. And we can, we can look at, let's see here. I can pull these up. These are each of the different channels that we have here, right? We have this lower channel. We have this mid channel. We can see this one was back tested. Then we have this upper channel that was acting as resistance, attempting to flip and hold as support, right? And so for that reason, I'm personally in a long from range lows here, and I'm just looking to, trade that basically back up to range high, take profit at the midline and at the range high, right? Just pretty simple stuff. And the reason being, with my stop loss below here, and the reason being is because, like I said, if we take this out, I don't foresee, doing something like that. Like I personally, for me, if we come down and do this, I don't think it's going to go like that all of a sudden. Could we get like a move up and like back test the zone or something like that? Yeah, sure, but I don't see like going down here, taking out this low and then like ripping new highs. Is it possible? Yeah, for sure, but I personally like just don't think that that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I did long range low. I'm gonna trade it to here, right? I have a short open from here. I would love to see a move up, and I would short more. If we don't get that, no problem. I'm just going to let the short run, and I have my take profits as I've shared in the Discord in my trading channel. So with that said, let's zoom out and take a look at a larger, sort of the bigger picture. Go on to a daily time frame. Go ahead and hide this. Yeah, so like I said, I was hoping to kind of get closer to here and have my stop loss above this level. That's obviously, not what we're seeing here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to make it to the 0.5 on that one, right? Which is a fine. That's a fair, wave 5 target. So yeah, I mean, that the high could definitely be in. Okay, especially like I said, if we lose that channel, I think it's totally lights out. And I'm going to be looking for an ABC correction that looks something like this to bring us down to this 21K zone that I've been eyeing for a while. Take out this low here, get some degree of a bounce, and then, get a move down possibly a little bit lower, which is, the point of control, the range low, the value area low, and the 618 of this entire move, right? So yeah, for me, I think that this midline and this H12 order block, great support, great opportunity for a long. And then, especially down here at about like 19.2 K, sort of in this zone here, I would definitely look for a long. And so it's to be seen yet how far this will retrace, but in my opinion, we're at the very least going to this H12 order block. I will open up along here, and if that pushes us to new highs, great. And if it doesn't, you know, I'm sure we can get some kind of a short opportunity in this case, and look for lower, you know, to the 618 and the low of the range for then our, you know, swing long to then look higher again, right? So that's my general BTC plan. If you guys have some questions on that, feel free to ask, and we can kind of loop back around. So yeah, without further ado, this is my new site, and I'm very happy with it. Everything I did, I built it to be very clean, very simple, with you guys in mind, to kind of give you, you know, a place that you can. It's like a one-stop shop, right? It has everything that you would need, you know, for trading and all that. Let's take a look here real quick. Sorry. Yeah, there it goes. I wonder if it'll hold. So what we have here, we'll just go to like the about page. This says a little bit about myself, and this will tell you a little bit about each of these sections up here. So the memoir, we've kind of ran through, and I'll actually go through each of these individually with you guys. And I want to start with, I do have an Instagram account. Everything is at Memory Locked Up. So on this Instagram account, it'll be anything news related. For Twitter, it'll be, you know, some of my TA. I share a lot of my charts and talk about some of my trading strategies there. And then YouTube, as you guys know, is, you know, for educational content, market updates, and things like that. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with, you know, we'll start going into the memoir. I guess before we do, I do want to point out I am an official partner with Bybit now. So if you guys do sign up using my personal link, you do get added deposit rewards as well, and access to other cool like trading competitions and things like that that I'll host in the future. And then of course a section that talks a little bit about my employer as well, Crypto Dreams. So if we go down to memoir, you guys can see here, I've showed you guys this before without actually like showing you the website. But you know, if you go in here, you can just like see some of my past trades and my entries. I'm going to do my best to keep this updated every single month, and I'll kind of add a new section, right? But it's just a way to, you know, and a lot of them have, you know, text on there where I'll talk a little bit about why I took a trade or like what the setup looked like. Like this one's pretty detailed. You know, it talks a lot about, so this is like a deviation trade, right? And I talk a little bit about like where an aggressive entry would be, conservative entry, my take profits, etc. And I try to include a lot of these things in here. And I think like just in the spirit of transparency, this stuff is really helpful for you guys to visually see like where I entered some trades and why I did it. So you can go on here and sort of look back on some previous trades, and maybe some of you who have been around long enough will recognize some of the trades that I've called out in the past actually being entered into here as well. Okay. Now this next part, this is my favorite part of the website. It is super cool. Is the market dashboard. This has literally everything that you're gonna need to basically get a pulse on the market, right? So here's some you know, technical analysis stuff. If you want to get more into detail on here, this is provided by TradingView, so you can go ahead and click on here and it'll bring you to it and tell you a little bit more about what this technical analysis indicator all includes when it gives you this read. You can go on here and you can actually select a different time frame for each of these individually. And I just selected these because these are the ones that I personally follow most closely and I think are you know, really important to watch to get sort of a read on the market. We have I just like threw a chart on here because if you guys are going to go ahead and like, you know, play one of these videos or something like that, sometimes it's nice to have I like to keep an eye on price and stuff like that when I'm doing other things. And this also includes other markets as well. It doesn't just have to be crypto. Over here, you get your latest news updates, right? So you can keep an eye on that as well. And then scrolling down, this is, for me, I think this is the most important piece here, right? Oftentimes people will throw in the Discord and say, hey, like, when's the next FOMC meeting? What data release do we have coming up this week? Well, it's all right here. right? And if you don't know what some of this means, you can actually click on here and it'll give you a little bit of a summary as to what it is, and you can add it to your own personal calendar so you can get an alert for when this stuff actually does happen. And you can take a look back and it'll give you, you know, some of the previous data of what was forecast and what was released and all of that kind of stuff too, right? So this is, in my opinion, this is actually like my favorite part. And you can go on here and you can select which countries you do or do not want on here. So if you just want to see like the, you know, the U.S., it'll just show you that stuff too on here, right? So we can see the next thing that's coming up is tomorrow. Initial jobless claims forecast is 200 K, right? The prior was 194K, and this gives you like a little bit. Um, kind of tells you a little bit about what that means, right? You can go ahead, like I said, add that to your calendar. And then over here we have some fear and greed index. I have them set for 1 hour. If you guys get like, you know, if there's like a wide, if you all want it to be something else, I can totally change it. But for right now, I personally like it on the 1 hour, just like how I have these set at the 1 hour as well. So this is this is like the main course of the website. I'm super happy with how this turned out, and I think it'll be you know, really useful for you guys. You know, when it comes to just catching up on the market, right? So coming here, this is where all of my most recent videos will be. So as soon as we're done with this one, it'll pop up right here on the site. So if you're wondering, hey, what's Memory Lock's most recent video, this is where you would find it right here. So the next bit here is the key, and what this is just a one-stop shop for all the tutorials that I've made in the past and all the tutorials that I will be making in the future. So if you you know, go ahead and click on, you go ahead and click on here basically, and it'll bring you to a separate part of the site. So this was the beginner tutorials, and you can go through here and watch all the beginner tutorials. You can go back and watch risk management, indicators and tools, patterns, Fibonacci. The trading one is yet to be made. So all of these things, they're not, there's only a handful under each of them, right? Because I'm not totally finished. So every week as I make new tutorials, this is where they'll all be put. Okay, they'll all be put in here. I'll make new categories as needed and so on and so forth. The one thing on here that I do want to point out under risk management, I know the risk management tool was something that a lot of people really wanted. You go ahead and click risk management. It'll bring you here. It has the tutorials on risk management part 1 and 2, and then also here a risk management tool walkthrough that you can go ahead and watch, and it just gives you, you know, it tells you everything about the risk management tool and how to use it, and you can go ahead and click here and download it, right? And this I'll update slowly over time if I you know, am able to automate more things with it. So look forward to that in the future too, and it's something that I will make an announcement for. So that risk management tool looks something like this. Some of you may have seen it before, but it is a really powerful tool. It's been really helpful, and I hope it makes a difference for you guys and your trading. I often get asked about mentorships, so now you can go online here and you can actually apply for one, because sometimes I may have months where I don't take any, and I have a limit on how many people that I will take. So this just sort of streamlines it and makes things a little bit easier. You just go on and you know, put in your information, put in your course level, talk about like anything specific that you would want to learn, days and times that you're available. It sends me an email, right? I'll get it, I'll check it out, and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able. So this is it for the website. I'm like I said, I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Just to reiterate again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. These two things, I have, you know, places where I put certain things. I try to make everything as organized as I can. Like I said, Instagram for news, Twitter for my chart updates and things like that. I do a little bit sometimes more like details, or I'll leave some, you know, some other small details or whatever here and there that sometimes may not get put into the Discord, right? Just based on what I'm doing if I'm not at my desktop. So yeah, guys, that's it. Again, check out that risk management tool. I think it'll make a really big difference for you guys. Risk management is in my opinion, the single most important part of trading that no one, very few people really ever talk about, right? Oftentimes it's just about signals and making money and getting these trades and what's the next altcoin or whatever it might be. And the fact of the matter is that your favorite trader that you follow on Twitter, or on Telegram or whatever it might be, chances are that they don't make very good calls, right? And calls are just being like saying if like their win rate, right? But at the end of the day, they're probably really good at risk management, and that's the part that doesn't get passed on to the followers, right? So they're taking every single trade, from a trader that has maybe a 60% or a 70% win rate, without understanding how good that trader is at risk management and keeping their wins larger than their losses. So oftentimes it translates to bigger losses for their followers. So just something to keep in mind. Do download this and give it a try. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on the price in the corner here, so we can see. Let's go ahead and if I were to guess, let's see here. If I just go to, we'll just take one more look at this since it's happening right now. Yeah, so again, in my opinion, if we get, I would say if this 4 hour closes below this channel, I would say it's very unlikely that we'll get a move back up here to take out the highs or any significant move up. In my opinion, I think that we'll start to move down a little bit lower towards this H12 order block that we've had our eye on for quite some time. And you guys know how it goes. Things that go up quick also come down quick. So do be prepared for that. My long that I had here did get stopped out. No big deal. It's a channel trade. Like I said, I am short from up here. So I honestly do hope that we get that closure below here and we can just trade it back down and look for long opportunities a little bit lower. So I'm gonna try to keep this video on the shorter side here. I think we're running at about 20 minutes. So thank you guys for joining me today. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. I really hope you guys enjoy the new website and especially the risk management tool. I have no doubt that it'll make a huge difference in your trading. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And like I said, feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions.